Hey guys, Payne here once again, and welcome back to my Valencia career on FIFA 14 Next Gen on the PS4. And what a way to start off this episode, but with the second leg of the Spanish Cup La Copa. Last time out we played Sporting Gijón at home and we won that game 1-0. If we could come here and win away from home, we will be advancing through to the quarterfinals. Again, it was another chance for me to play some youngsters out on that pitch, some talented youngsters as well within this team. And as you can see here, Fidel picked up an injury that wasn't too good, and I hope it wasn't going to be a massive blow to the team with him being out for maybe a month or 2 months, because we've got quite a few fixtures coming up. I mean, we're in December at the moment, and we've also got the January transfer window. I think January for the Liga sides has to be the busiest. That's what I think anyway. I've taken a look at our fixture list coming up in January, and it's absolutely packed out. We've got the next round of La Copa, which is the quarterfinals, if we can go through, if we can beat Sporting Gijón, and that was looking very likely for this Valencia side as Michel picked out Paco Alcacer, and he just nailed that ball with his first touch, and thankfully the ball hit the sweet spot on that post and it just went in across the line. Valencia 1-0 up in the second leg, 2-0 on aggregate. And yes, the final whistle was blown. We are through to the quarterfinals of La Copa. Looking forward to who we actually are drawn against next. It's going to be difficult, but we're just going to have to stay focused, and I'm sure we can get some decent results when it comes to La Copa. And after that game, as you know, Fidel did pick up an injury, and we was given the shattering news that he will be out for 8 weeks in total due to a dislocated shoulder. Such a huge blow to the team. Another setback that we've got to deal with. And speaking of La Copa, that was our next fixture we had to play. It wasn't the quarterfinals. I'm ahead of myself. What am I playing at? It's the round 16, then it's the quarterfinals, and we was drawn against Levante, and we're going to have to play them home and away without the likes of Fidel. Lacking on that left wing now. I'm having to bring in Pabon. And let's not forget, in my previous video, Faguli got injured as well, so he's going to be out for a couple of more weeks, so I had to bring in Robert, a youngster. I mean, he's promising, but could he deliver us the results? Could he help us get those results that we need? I just don't know, and it wasn't looking good as things went from bad to worse. Levante opened up the scoring within 81 minutes in this first leg of La Copa. Could Valencia turn this around? Could we at least get one goal and take this one to the second leg away from home? Guardado dug deep down inside and found something special. Nailed the ball on his weak side, his right foot. Goalkeeper unable to reach for it, and we was 1-0 up. We got the equaliser, so we can now take that to the second leg away from home. And take a look at that as well. The Valencia board are coming to me. They have concerns over our squad depth. Maybe I did make a few mistakes in the transfer window in the summer, not bringing in that many players. They are on to me about the central midfield as well. We did receive a transfer offer for Hones from Norwich City for 5.5 million. I think he's worth a bit more than that, but I rejected anyway because we need all the players that we can get. And a little bit of good news, I was successful in requesting additional transfer funds for the January transfer window, and the board, they dug deep into their pockets and they gave me 3.1 million to spend. It's not really that much, is it, for a team like Valencia to be spending in January? But that certainly didn't stop me from taking a look at a few players that I could possibly bring in come the summer transfer window after the season has come to an end. So I've sending out my scouts to take a look at the likes of Yuri from Benfica, who I wanted to bring in on my Manchester United career, and I also have the likes of Carlos Vela and Griezmann, who will add to that midfield, save to my shortlist from Real Sociedad, another team that's battling for Champions League football next season. So it's just an opportunity to maybe look into them come the summer. It all depends on what sort of transfer budget I will receive. If I can get Champions League football, I'm sure that I will receive a bigger amount. But we had to focus on our next game before we can deal with transfers, and that was against Levante again, but this time in La Liga. And thanks to a powerful shot on his right foot, Javi Fuego put Valencia 1-0 up within 7 minutes gone. It did take a massive deflection. He's looking for the bottom right-hand corner there. He's going to curl it round, but I think the goalkeeper would have got to it. That was, of course, the final score, so we picked up those 3 points. Definitely what we needed. Very positive stuff. We just had to then make sure that we could pick up another win against Levante in La Copa, as that previous game ended 1-1, so I think we can do it. We did get the good news that Feghouli was returning to action, as well as the left mid Piatti, but bad news is Douglas Costa is now going to be out for 3 months. What is it with all these injuries, playing these games, guys? You can just imagine how frustrated I was when I would see a player go down on the pitch and I'd have to sub him off and then wait for the inevitable news after the game. So frustrating, and that's such a huge blow to the team now, because, as I said, we've got important fixtures coming up, especially this one against Levante in the second leg of La Copa. We needed to win this if we want to go through to the quarter-finals, and also if I want to be battling for Champions League football next season. It's a huge hindrance on this team, but some of the players that I have in my reserves, they're just going to have to step up to the plate as much as possible for us to get those decent results. We did go 1-0 up in this game against Levante, thanks to Hones being in the right place at the right time and just knocking that ball past an empty goal. It was gaping, the goalkeeper was totally off his line, thanks to that powerful shot first time around from the Brazilian Leandro, knocking the keeper for 6, I think. And obviously Hones just tapped that one in, putting Valencia 1-0 up and 2-1 on aggregate. Hones in the second half looked to get his second goal of this game, and just look at Hones as well. Great vision, finding Piatti, the player that returned from injury, down that left wing, gave it to Pereiro. He found Javi Fuego, who's on fire at the moment, who scored that first and only goal in our previous fixture against Levante in La Liga. And so thanks to that goal, that clenched Valencia's position in the quarterfinals of La Copa. What a wonderful finish, as well as he saw the ball curling away from the keeper, finding the top right hand corner. Levante right on the 90th minute tried to get maybe a consolation there, and of course I've got another injury. Rami, the French international, went down in the box, and so he went off. I had to take him off. I couldn't leave him on the pitch right on the end of the game. Why did I jump? I should have just let them score a goal. And as you'll see here as well, we got some tournament prize money from that. Rami is now going to be out for 8 days, so it's not too bad. Hopefully he'll come back feeling energised from a break. But as you can see there, in the quarterfinals, we have been drawn against Real Madrid. We're going to have to play them now, home and away. Not looking forward to it. Our last meeting in La Liga ended in a 1-1 draw, so maybe we could spring a tactical surprise on Real Madrid and actually knock them out of the competition. How sweet would that be, considering all the injuries that we have in the team? You never know what's going to happen in football, so we're just going to have to look forward to that and see what happens in that game. At this point though, whilst playing, I was getting pretty frustrated because we wasn't winning by a huge margin in every game. We was winning maybe 1-0, drawing 1-1. It was getting boring, and I wasn't having much fun. I was getting very frustrated, and I'm sure you guys would too if you was actually playing this career mode. And it's happened to me before, especially on my Manchester United career. You go the whole game with many chances on goal, and the game will just end 1-0, or you'll lose 1-0. It's just boring, and it's annoying, and you just feel like chucking the controller at the wall and just saying, ah, screw it, what am I doing this for? But this game against Celta Vigo, it's like a fresh start, because I took a rest from FIFA, came back to it the next day, and I was like, yep, I'm feeling energised, I'm feeling ready to go. And yeah, I mean, this Valencia side, we did go down 1-0 early on in this game, but we responded magnificently. Helder Postiga grabbed the equaliser for Valencia, making it 1-0. Piatti then took the ball down the left wing. There was some tussling and shirt pulling going on between him and Madinda. He didn't want to let Piatti through on goal, and so the referee gave the advantage and then eventually gave us a free kick. And look at where the ball was, right on the line of the penalty area. I thought for a second it was going to be a penalty, but it just wasn't to be. but who cares? Ever Banega stepped up, took the set piece. And Matteo with a captain's goal for Valencia put us 2-1 in front. What a great set piece. So unfortunate that it wasn't a penalty. I would have preferred a penalty, but at least we got a goal from that. We was 1 goal up away from Celta Vigo. They was on the back foot after going in front for the first time in this game. And look at Banega, such vision. Could see Hella Postiga running with the ball. Again, some battling going on with the back four there, but he used all of his strength and might to push on through and grab the 3rd goal for Valencia. Celta Vigo found themselves falling deeper and deeper into the Valencia's domain. Yes, Helder Postiga, I think there was a bit of glitching going on there with the celebration. He was like hugging air. But what a nice little finish there. Finesse shot. I like my finesse shots. Curling the ball around the goalkeeper. 3-1 up. Not a bad result. Seeing that we've just been winning 1-0. 1-1 draws here and there. So it's kind of a change. I was feeling energised for this one. Charles showed his defiance for Celta Vigo. He wanted to prove his worth to his manager that he should be starting every game. And yes, I did awards, well, the referee awarded it, but I pretty much gave Celta Vigo a penalty there. Yao Pereira coming in and just wiping the guy's feet away from him. So close to actually getting the ball. And so Nolito stepped up to take the penalty for Celta Vigo. Could Diego Alves pull something out of the bag here? Could he save this and keep the scoreline at 3-1? And he did just that. He swatted the ball away. Valencia still 3-1 up against Celta Vigo. And of course, we just cleared the danger. And luckily for me, there was an opportunity for me to hit them on the counter-attack. Pereiro, Postiga in support. Pereiro swung in the cross. Postiga won the ball back. Little nutmeg there. And Romeo, the youngster, almost got the 4th goal for Valencia, which I don't think I've actually hit just yet, have I, in this Valencia career? Have I scored 4 goals? I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to have to go back and check that one. 85 minutes gone of the game. Fuego swung it across. Keeper got a hand to that, just tipping it over. And the ball went out for a corner. I thought Piatti was going to go down injured there as well. Got to be careful of that. Don't need any more injuries on my hand. But Romeo, who had a great chance earlier on in this game, eventually got his goal at set piece for Valencia. 4-1. We got 4 goals in this game. Wonderful stuff. Guardado swinging in the cross and picking out Romeo's ball head perfectly as the ball just rolls across the line. Could I go for 5? Celta Vigo, they certainly aren't doing well in La Liga. They find themselves in relegation spot, I think. But Postiga, great opportunity on the half volley. What a fantastic goal that would have been for Postiga. But the full-time score in the end was 4-1. Great result. Another set of 3 points to add to the league table. And that, guys, is the end of this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next one.